Hello friends, and welcome to my first installment of Tea Time with Brittany. The whole idea behind this new series, Tea Time with Brittany, is to have the opportunity to sit down, drink tea, and talk with you guys about some more relevant, important, and serious topics that we face in our world today. Whether it just be little lifestyle decisions, or how to cope with stress, or what is going on in our world today, the big issues. I already know that this channel is going to go off in many different directions in the future, and I just basically wanted to set something in stone that had a more serious and important undertone, and even an interactive undertone almost, because I'm hoping that in the future I can open up the discussion to you guys and to have you guys suggest some topics you'd like me to talk about with you guys, because we're a community here, and I'd like to know what you guys want me to talk about so we can share our opinions with one another. For the first tea time with me, I decided that the topic should be on something that I haven't seen a lot of videos for on YouTube. Kind of like something that I needed at the time when I was facing this, but I couldn't find a good enough resource at the time. I mean, there were resources, but I feel like there weren't enough to make me, to give me advice, or to make me feel okay, or how to cope with it. So I just thought I would share my own experience with you guys and hopefully give you some advice if you guys ever run into this issue. That being said, today I've decided to talk about the topic of facing rejection, and specifically facing rejection in regards to college acceptance letters. So to give you a bit of background, in high school, I was overall a straight A student. I got 1 B+, 1 or 2 B+, I'm not entirely sure. I put my work before my health, only cared about the grade, cried if I got a B. I always had to get the A. I had to be perfect. I was so used to being successful in high school and always getting the good grades and always getting praised by teachers and fellow students. But I just wasn't used to failure. I did not want to fail. That was the last thing on my mind. I didn't think I was capable of failure. I was really involved in my high school. So it wasn't just that I got the good grades, I was also super involved with the community at my high school. So I thought that I built myself a pretty well-rounded application when it came to college application season. So last year, there's the tea drinking. So last year, when college application season came around, it was the busiest time of my life in high school. I applied to 6 colleges. I put my heart and soul into every single application. As I said previously in one of my videos, I was originally a cinematography major, not a sociology major at first. So I had to go through not only general applications into universities, but I also had to go into applications into the film schools of those universities. So I had to do double the work for all my schools, basically. I spent so much time and effort into those college applications. I even had to dig way back into some of my high school records to figure out everything I did in high school so I could write it down on my application. So after submitting those applications, I thought I was going to get into those universities. Just because of what everyone else told me and what I thought of myself and how much time and effort I put into those applications, I thought I was a shoo-in. Well, to tell you the truth, months and months go by. And let me tell you, the months waiting for an acceptance letter are hard. While you think you're gonna get into those universities, you never know. And you start to worry. Anything can happen, basically. It's just a long wait. And I did do early action for all my schools. I remember this day very clearly. My top school, which I'm not going to name, which I was anticipating on being accepted into, I remember the fateful day in February where I was sitting on my couch with my family and I was on my iPad and I was talking with them, and then I got an email notification from that university and it said, regarding your admission status. I got so excited at first because I didn't read the first couple sentences. I was just like, oh my gosh, is this my acceptance email? Are they so technological savvy that they do emails, not paper? I was so excited to open my email. But lo and behold, I open my email and I start reading the email. I will never forget those words. We are so sorry that you will not be part of the incoming class of 2020. Those words, they broke me. I literally went from so excited that it might be an acceptance letter to complete tears, broken, and I just sobbed. I sobbed so hard. I've never sobbed so quickly, so hard in my life. I'd never been rejected or been told I'm a failure. I mean, that's not really telling you you're a failure, but it's telling you you're not good enough. And I guess I'm thankful for it because it's helped me realize and it's helped me open my eyes to that. But at the same time, I was so hurt and I had no idea how to deal with it. I remember not wanting to talk about it. I remember going to school and everyone was hearing back from their universities, and I remember all my friends and my teachers and other students who knew who I was. They would always come up to me every day and ask me, hey, have you heard back from any of your universities yet? Have you gotten accepted into any of them yet? And I would always smile and shake my head. I lied for so long to people because I was ashamed. And it wasn't just that university. I got rejected from every single university I applied to except for one. Call it ungrateful, call it selfish, call it whatever, but I just did not anticipate it. But getting all those rejection letters in the mail and through email, it was not easy. And the constant lies and the face I had to put up to people, that wasn't easy either. I remember feeling so alone. No one else said that they got rejected from universities. Everyone was getting accepted. That's all I heard. I didn't want to go to anyone because I felt like whoever I would tell would think of me less. I thought that me just telling someone I was more human would make me less human. I remember searching up on YouTube and searching up on the internet how to cope with failure. Why did I get rejected from this university? How can I appeal to this university? I didn't see a lot of posts on YouTube, posts on blogs. I didn't see a ton of posts of people getting rejected. But it makes sense that I couldn't find many posts about it because I didn't want to share it. I didn't want to tell people that I got rejected from all those universities. I didn't want to tell people I even got rejected from one university. For you guys out there, I want you to know that if you get rejected from a college, you are not alone. You really aren't alone. I can't stress that enough. Many people have faced some sort of rejection or failure, and you're not alone. You will not be alone. That is one thing that I could not come to terms with. Even though it may seem like there aren't many people who are going through the same thing as you, I can tell you now there are some people going through the same thing as you. And those people will not be easy to find because they feel the exact same way you do. They want to hide, they want to lie, they don't want to tell people, they're too afraid. And I know that because I felt that way. And I want you guys to know that I'm here. I'm living proof that you will get over it and you will thrive. One rejection isn't going to bring you down. Yeah, it's gonna hurt in the time that it happens, but it's not gonna hurt you forever. Don't let it hurt you forever. I just want you guys to know that if you get accepted into your top choice university, if you get rejected from your top choice university, no matter what happens, you will thrive. There will be a place for you. Things happen for a reason. I strongly believe that. So I know that this tea time was pretty down. Not necessarily down, I guess, but a little more on the heaviness given my backstory on the issue and how it's affected me. But this is kind of like a taste of what's going to come in the future from this series, and I really hope that it sheds some light on the issue. I just feel like a lot of people don't talk about this topic, and I feel like that by coming onto YouTube and sharing with you guys this story and how it's affected me will not only tell you guys that it happens to everyone and that you will get through it if it does happen to you. If you're watching this right now and you've been rejected from a college, you are an amazing person. And I don't want you to think that that university's admissions team is who defines you. That doesn't mean that you should look at yourself any differently. Yeah, it's a wake-up call to be rejected, but it shouldn't be a depersonalization by any means. I just want you guys to know that you're loved, and no matter what happens in a college application process, I want you guys to know that you're always loved. There's people for you. You're not alone, and no matter what happens, there will be a place for you. You will have a future. Anyways, you guys, that is all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed my first installment of Tea Time. I know it was a little bit on the depressing note, but I hope it's helped shed some light on a topic that is not really talked about these days, and helped give you guys an insight onto how it is to cope with rejection and failure through the eyes of someone who is so used to getting success. If you guys liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It lets me know what I'm doing is good, and it lets me know if you guys enjoyed this new series I'm coming up with. I think I like it. Did you guys drink tea as well? Comment down below if you did. If you guys already have ideas or suggestions you want to give me for my next tea time, leave a comment down below as well. I'd love to know, because I want to talk about what you guys want me to talk about. I want us to engage in discussion with each other. And I don't want to just talk at you guys about something you guys aren't really interested in. I think that this is opening up the doors for a really good and rich discussion-based community. Despite all that may be happening in your guys' lives, I want you to know you're beautiful and that I love you even though I don't know you, and you're cared for, and there are always people there for you. And with that, I'm going to take a drink of my tea and sign off. Hope to catch you guys on the flip side and see you in my next video. Bye! Little did I know that I got a call from the competition people, and they told me I won second prize. I won second prize. My tea is getting cold.